You get so much more freedom in college, and I definitely feel like I took advantage of that.
Oh my god!
16 hours in a car with someone. It's my first like club setting. So I went to Canada. Spiritual encounter. Hey everyone, it's Crystal, and today I'm going to be filming a video like half exposing myself, but also half just telling you about how I really embraced and made the most of my freshman year in college. I mean, you know, rip in a pre-quarantine world. But I don't feel like it's bragging or anything because I know that one day things will return to such a fun state. So it's just, you know, something to entertain you, something to look forward to, and it'll be great. So I really want to try TikTok, and I'll probably like 100%, like more, expose myself more on there than here. I'm gonna try to keep YouTube pretty classy. So feel free to follow my social medias because you might just get more content on there. Okay, so I feel like I should give this video a little bit more context. I just finished my freshman year of college, and you get so much more freedom in college, and I definitely feel like I took advantage of that. And I kind of just want to share some of the fun adventures I did. A few disclaimers. One, I didn't feel like I really needed to include a lot of like Greek life stories in this video just because like I don't feel like that's extremely different, but I can make a video regarding like Greek life and Greek life social events and stuff. And if you want that, just go ahead and comment down below or express interest, reach out to me on social media, whichever is best for you. Also, if you guys like this video, then make sure to show a lot of interest, like it, do all the things, because I did leave out a few things I didn't cover in this video. One, because it's gonna get too long, and two, because I want you to like my video. One thing that I didn't really talk about is like dating and like floor cess and like all those things. So yeah, I did leave that out, but I am willing to talk about it. I'm just gonna go in chronological order, but I was thinking about doing a countdown, so why don't you guys in the comment section down below rank what you think is the most, like, not wild, but like interesting, the most fun fun things that I did. Okay, so literally orientation week of August, I went to a One Direction club night. It's my first like club setting of any sort, and yes, it was a One Direction club night, so like club setting of any sort. I went to Oakland with my friend Skylar and her friends, Matt and Lena, who are now my friends because they're great. Matt, I love you so much. It was so much fun, and I saw so many of my Twitter mutuals there. It was 18 plus, don't worry, I don't have a fake, don't arrest me. And we really danced all night to the best song ever, even though like TikTok is, even though that song, I danced all night, literally, to some of the best songs ever, literally.
We've been waiting for you all summer, and we're so glad you're finally here.
Number 2, I rushed a sorority. I'm not really going to talk about Greek like social events, but I'll say that I've never met and spoken to so many girls, like, ever. Like, I couldn't even say, like, oh, I've never spoken to that many girls in the span of 4 days. Like, no. I've never spoken to that many girls ever. Don't knock it till you try it though. I know so many girls who are like, I just try it. You should definitely just try it. I don't know what recruitment looks like this year, but if you get the opportunity and you have any interest at all, you should try it. Alright, so you might recall this clip. One of my favorite moments from my freshman year of college. I went to Canada. I got this shirt. I went to Toronto. I literally went to Toronto for a weekend with my friend Amanda, and it was amazing. And from one of my previous videos. So I went to Canada.
And it went like...
Hey guys, it's Crystal here, and today we're going to Canada. Less than 72 hours and more than 48, so probably like 50 something.
Like literally the first month, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks into college, I went to Canada with my best friend, one of my best friends, Amanda. We literally went for 50 hours. Was it even 50 hours? Okay, we got there 48. Yeah? No. No. It was like less than 50 hours. I don't even know. It was like less than 2 days. It was like a day and a half. I convinced my parents to let me go. I paid for it myself with all of my summer money. I wrote like a 5-page essay to convince them to let me go. Totally went for Shawn Mendes. I don't regret it. I did vlog it and I never released that content, but you know, Flashback Fridays are very much a thing, so subscribe, turn on your post notifications. It's probably dropping this Friday. So we took 2 flights from Sacramento to like Washington, D.C. to Toronto. Got off the plane in Toronto. Went to, I don't know, we went to Tim Hortons. Then we like met up with Bree and Sid and Twitter Mutuals. We love that. We went to the Airbnb, got ready. Then we just kind of chilled around the Rogers Center, met up with a bunch of other Twitter Mutuals. Yeah, and then it was like raining, we chilled, got boba. We went in, concert started. I got a water bottle over winter break. I left that water bottle in my friend's car. But it's fine. It's really fine. Saw Shawn. There's gonna be vlog footage. We had amazing seats. So that night we stayed with Bree. So then we went to the George Street Diner. We walked around Rogers Center. We took a double-decker bus. We walked around Toronto. It literally felt like a movie montage. And then while we were there, it was also TIFF, so the Toronto International Film Festival. So we stayed out pretty much all night and just hung out around there. It was really cool. Hustlers like premiered there. It was so cool. And then we literally got on a plane at 5 a.m. the next day, so Sunday morning, came back, and I went back to school. So Mandy was UCSD, so she hadn't started school yet. It was still summer, so like good for her, but like I was in the middle of my semester. We almost missed our flight because it was like a 5:45 flight. We got there like 5. Did you guys know that that customs is on the Toronto side? So the next one is a little less extravagant, but it was a good coming of age moment for myself, I think. So I went to a concert by myself in the city. I go to school in Berkeley, so I went to the concert by myself in the city. I walked to BART. I took BART. I then took Metro, and I got myself to the concert, met up with Bree there. She was actually photographing the concert, which was pretty awesome. I went to see Austin. I stayed for Christian French, met this really fun couple that weren't a couple yet, and then when like one of the girls went to the bathroom, the other one was like, I'm gonna ask her to be my girlfriend, and I was like, oh my gosh. She was like, that's why I've been acting weird, and I was like, no problem. And she was like, can someone like take a picture, like record it? So I totally volunteered and I got it, and they were super sweet. I met Austin, I met Christian French, and then I was gonna take an Uber to BART and then BART back, and she was like, no, I've lived in the city like my whole life, and like props to you for getting here, but like you're gonna take an Uber back. So I took an Uber back, and I had a really awesome like spiritual encounter in my Uber ride. Comment down below if you want that story time. It was actually really cool. I told it at my church. Yeah, shout out to Uber, shout out to that man. I hope he's doing well.
Wait, y'all want a couple?
So back up to traveling. I went to Oregon. So I joined my school's rallycom. I love it. I talk about it I think I talked about it in my Berkeley video. I'm not sure. Yeah, so we drove to Oregon for the UO versus Cal game. It was like 8 hours each way. We stayed 2 nights. Super duper fun. Don't ever knock the band kids. I mean, they weren't the Rallycom isn't the band kids, but it's like kind of like that similar energy. Don't knock them. They have a good time. We have a great time. And I also got to see my good friend Kiara. So you guys probably, I don't know, you might know her, but she's super cool, and we're actually in the same sorority, so that's just dope. I met her a long time ago.
Guys, look who I'm with. I'm with Crystal. We literally met 2 years ago at VidCon. Isn't that crazy? Yes. She was singing on stage. Now she's a college YouTuber too. I'm so happy I got to see you. Even though we're playing against each other right now, you guys are winning, but go Bears!
That was just like one of the highlights of that trip. And I also just got to connect with people I like hadn't really connected with yet, because when you spend 8 hours in a car with someone each way, it's like 16 hours in a car with someone, you really just like bond, and it was great. And the last one that I have written down for this video is Dollar Days.
Their horse is winning. Oh my gosh. Come on. Go.
So I have this really good friend named Mackie.
Their horse is winning.
She's wonderful. And you know how you always need a friend who's most likely gonna be down for a good time? Well, I'm usually that friend. So it's kind of like, when I find like other people who are like that, usually I just have to hit up everyone. And Mackie knows that. Love her. So one morning, it was a Sunday. It was a beautiful Sunday morning in Berkeley. I went to church. It was great. It was fantastic. And then I came back and I like texted if anyone wanted to get breakfast. And Mackie got breakfast with me in the dining hall. So we had breakfast in the dining hall. And then I was like, so what are you doing today? And she's like, oh, I'm going to like the horse races. And I was like, the what? And she was like, yeah, I'm going to the horse races with like insert frat, insert sorority. And I was like, dude, that sounds like fun. And she was like, yeah, like you should come. And I was like, no. And she was like, no, like you should come. And I was like, ah. And then like as we're sitting at breakfast, of course, she's like, oh, like three of the girls who were gonna Uber with me just canceled. Like you should come. And like me and this other girl in our building. And I was like, bro, okay. So it was dollar days. It literally cost $1 to get in. There's like dollar hot dogs and other things. It was a great time. We got to like dress up and there were families, and I'd never really been to a horse race before. Secretariat, that was my movie though. So I just thought I was living my best life, but I also had plans later that afternoon. So I was kind of like, like let's not stay forever. But Mackie and our other friend, Bet.
Oh my gosh. You got it! Oh my gosh!
And they won $12 and we were like, oh my gosh, like let's keep the receipt and like we'll rebet like next time. Haha, guess what? There was no next time. So, you know, post quarantine, we will go. It was just really fun, kind of exhausting. But then after that, I went to a basketball game with my friend Garrett, and I think we won that basketball game. I think. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a like. Please make sure to share it with your friends. I'm just trying to become like YouTube famous or whatever. So like, please help a girl out. I've literally been doing this for 6 years. Come on now. Yeah, so if you guys want a little preview of what I left out, it was Warriors games, Hall weekend. I went to 2 LSU career concerts, UCLA, UCSB, and then took a Greyhound back. There's a vlog of that, but like, I can give you more tea. Oh yeah, like our school had power outages. So like, we had school off and that was fun. The Red Box Bowl, Harry Styles Club night. I also went to Olivia O'Brien, and after that I went to 80s and asked milk tea. So be sure to subscribe to this video, turn on the post notifications if you like. Like I said, I'm probably gonna post that Toronto vlog on Friday, so make sure you're just like subscribed, tuned in. I usually post when I post on Instagram too, so if you want to follow me there, feel free. Alright, so I will see you guys very soon. Thank you so much and bye! Wow, I've always wondered, like, in commercials when people had, like, little circles in their eyes, it's not just ring light.